I want to thank the Allegheny Highlands Chamber of Commerce for inviting all the candidates that are here tonight to attend this forum. And I want to thank you, the people that are in the audience. You are the town of Clifton Forge. And we are here to listen to your concerns, and hopefully you will leave here tonight with a little bit better informed on our positions on the issues that matter to you. I should be elected first because I love Clifton Forge. And I hope that every single person that's in this room right now also loves Clifton Forge the same way I do. I'm a retired physician. I moved here 37 years ago, so I got you 1 year, Bob. I moved to Clifton Forge and set up family practice in a building that's less than half a block from where we're sitting right now. I met a local girl, Susan Simmons, is in the crowd, married her in 1983. I raised 4 children who were enrolled in the Allegheny Highlands school system, which did an excellent job of preparing them for a competitive university. I will list just a few of my community volunteer services that I've had over the years. I was a youth recreational sports coach for soccer programs and softball. Remember Bob, first time I met Bob UMSTEAD, he taught me how to coach soccer. He says, put the ball in the middle and have people kick it. And if they hit each other's shins, that's what shin pads are for. I'm a Cub Scout and Boy Scout leader for years. I was on the ski patrol up the Homestead for 20 years. I was an active member in the Clifton Forge Merchants and Professional Association. I was a member of the Public Library Board for 16 years and was the chairman of the board when they expanded the library. I'm currently on the Clifton Forge Planning Commission and have been on that commission since Jeff nominated me 5 years ago. My vision for Clifton Forge is simple. I want to support what we are currently doing, and I want to keep moving forward. Our town is improving. Look around. Businesses are thriving. And Jennifer Morris run some tabulations for me just today. In 2013, we had 149 people apply for a business license in Clifton Forge. In 2018, we have 174. That's a 15% increase just in the last 5 years. We have the historic Masonic Theater, which attracts people from out of town to our area. We have experienced an outdoor, if you've not experienced an outdoor event there, many of them are free. We will soon have a rescue squad building. I am sure that every candidate here tonight, #1 priority would be jobs. We need to work together. The question is, how do we create the opportunity and desire? Thank you for consideration of your vote for me for town council. If you need a yard sign, I've got a lot in the car. Got to start at the other end.
Oh, we do?
Oh.
Okay.
You the only one gets to say anything?
Yes.
Don't shot it.
He said you didn't get to make the rules.
Oh, okay. No, folks, I've been a resident of this lovely little place for 76 years. Of my 80 that I've been here, the Lord has blessed me with. And it's been my home. I raised my kids here. And I think he did all right for themselves. Naturally, the time they came along, the problem we had then was something that I have personally felt needed to have something done about. That is to try to increase the population. My 2 boys had to pack their bags and go to another place to get a job. As far as the town is concerned, I think we're on the right track. I don't care what anybody says. I've been here a long time, probably as long as most anyone in this room, I expect, more than likely. And I feel like that what we have done here in the last 10 years especially has been very positive. I hope that I do have some physical problems, but I am not a quitter. I never have been, I never will be. And I would appreciate being supported at the polls. If y'all so desire and you think the job I've done in the past is suitable, I'd appreciate y'all's votes. At this stage in the game, I think we're still going to continue on the track we're on now, and I feel like when it's all said and done, it will not be any worse than it has been. I think we could, with the right leadership, I think we need that. I think we need not only the leadership, but we need it at the top. You need the experience of who's going to be making the decisions. And I think that shows up very, very quickly. As I say, for the last 10 years or so, at least, it's been, everything's been pretty positive as far as I'm concerned. Now, whether everybody agrees with that or not, I don't know, but that's my own personal opinion, and I would appreciate y'all's vote. Thank you very much for the opportunity to have served the last 14 out of 16 years on council here. Thank you for the opportunity of being mayor of Clifton Forge for this period of time.
Ma'am?
Thank you, everyone, for coming out and taking an interest in the upcoming election. And thank you guys for putting those questions together in the chamber for putting this candidates form together. After graduating from Clifton Forge High School and not finding employment here, I took the train to Washington, D.C., where I soon landed a career in government service working for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. After serving this nation for 32 years, I retired and returned to Clifton Forge. Over the almost 5 years that I've been back here, working and volunteering in the community, I'm aware of some of the issues council is working on, and I'm aware of some of the issues the residents are facing. Some of the issues council is working on are the dam repairs, the Roxbury Street project, expanding broadband, and filling the new space at Hickory and Chestnut Streets. Some of the issues residents are facing are little to no employment opportunities, rapidly increasing water sewer bills, feelings of not being included or served, struggles with transportation, and watching certain parts of town being beautified while others are not. If elected to council, I'd use the ABCs to serve all of the residents of Clifton Forge. I would advocate for diversity and inclusion in age, gender, and race, a more diverse and inclusive council, more diversity and inclusiveness in employment in downtown businesses, activities and events, and transportation options. I will continue to build, grow, and beautify the town. It will want to build in a more enhanced police department and more lodging and housing options to better accommodate our growing town. I want to continue the beautification efforts of the town in all areas and continue improvements to the area parks and recreation areas. Visiting my large and diverse family over the years, I've seen the town go through many changes, from the very lean years after the railroad got out of here, when there were many empty storefronts, to now having most of the buildings in downtown in use. We have eateries, arts, shopping, hair salons, a brewery, lodging, theaters, and train service. The tide has turned and we are growing and are in forward movement. I would cooperate and communicate with neighboring governments and businesses to share information and learn different ways of doing business, to participate in meetings, activities, and job and training opportunities, and to share information on successes. If elected to council, I would use my government experience in communication with the residents to advocate for diversity and inclusiveness.
I'm sorry,
and
Pam,
continue
3
to
minutes
build
are up.
and to cooperate with other government
Thank
and
you.
local businesses.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can have one of my minutes.
Type behind that.
Life is pretty simple for me. I think sometimes when I do something, I'm pretty good at it. I've been doing this for 4 years. I've got to see things grow and develop. I've been treated very well by the people of Clifton Forge. I hope that you think that I'm very accessible. My phone number is more places than I'd like it to be. I would like to be on town council to see Clifton Forge continue to grow. I have thoughts and dreams of what I would like it to be. The problem is that I think I need, other than your vote, I need your ability to help me make it grow. My thoughts don't mean anything unless you share your thoughts with me. When we built the Salt Palace, I showed pictures of to the people that came from Harrisonburg, what we saw pictures of, and they loved it. So we pushed for it. No matter who's elected of these 5 people, you have to communicate with them so they know what can be done and what you want to have done. Because there's not a lot of money in Clifton Forge. There's not a lot of money in Allegheny County. The dollar is shrinking here. Public education could help us become better off financially. The rescue squads working together can help. Everybody joining together to do that. That's my biggest dream is that Allegheny County becomes Allegheny Highlands, and Clifton Forge is part of it along with Iron Gate, Covington, and the Board of Supervisors. We become one. That's my dream. With everything I do, Mr. Irvin and I talk about it quite often. Anything I do, I want us to have one governing body in Allegheny County, one school system, and it's Allegheny Highlands all the way. That's all there is to it. Because we don't have a lot of money. And I don't think $32,000 is a lot of money for a yearly salary for anybody. I would like to help. I think the eateries downtown are wonderful, but I think we need other things that are small businesses. A couple kids came and asked me, UMSTEAD, would you help me start a business where I could take groceries lists from people and go buy their groceries from Kroger's? I said, yeah, I think I'll help you do that. So don't be surprised if you see that pop up in the paper that there are 4 high school kids that want to do that. We'll see how it goes. You got to have a dream. I have a dream for Clifton Forge. I don't want to go back to Michigan. My wife doesn't want to go back there. I have a dream for Clifton Forge. I would like your vote so I can continue to push for that dream no matter what it is, no matter who I work with. I feel very fortunate that I get to work with the Community Service Board. Every time I have a problem, I call Ingrid. She helps me out. There are people that communicate well with each other. What I need is your communication with me and your vote. If I don't get your vote, at least give me your communication so I can help things get better. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Yep. I beat you.
As the granddaughter of Lonzetta Tyler, I have been, and my dad, Alfred Tyler, I've been coming here ever since a child. I've been coming for summers, and I have always had a passion for this area. So much so that as a young adult, my daughter Crazy's age, at 16, I was bringing what I felt like the town needed. I was bringing it in. And it wasn't until I was a little older where the Lord said, it's your assignment. I've assigned you to be what you've been trying to bring in. And so I feel like, and I mean, in a lot of ways, I didn't choose here. As a matter of fact, I ran, and God sent me right back several times. And so I come full of purpose, and I know what my purpose is. My purpose is to be a voice for the lost, the left out, the ones that do not have a voice. And if we want a specific type of town, we gotta pay attention to all residents. I am in a place where I hear the concerns. I am in a place where I see there are a lot of things going on here that we must address. Yes, these things are good. We have progress. But we have to address drugs. We have to address the lack of jobs. We have to address the lack of respect that so many people feel. And if we ignore it, we'll build beautiful buildings, but we'll have people in a town that are torn down. And I do not believe that is the role of government. I do not believe that it should be all right with anyone with there being the poverty that there is going on. We talk about the Masonic Theater, but we have all kinds of activities that none of us would approve of going on underneath the Masonic Theater and on the steps that we should talk about later. There are things going on here that must be addressed. And yes, I do not want to come across as feeling like I'm putting anyone down. But for anyone that wants to see true change, we must be able to see where we falter. That's for just us as people. We will never grow. You will never see change if we don't change. Change happens when the people change. And we have some situations here that if we do not pay attention to, we will be like some of the other places on the news. We have a changing world. We have things that are brewing. And we need, to be honest, I am not afraid to say that I am sent, I believe I am sent to be the voice of God change. There are almost 18 churches in this town. So when I say of God change, that should not be anything that is strange because we go to church. But now is the time for us to be the church and to be that example. We spend enough time there.
Thank you, Dee.
Oh.
Well, it's been an interesting, hopefully everybody heard what they needed to hear. We didn't get all the questions in, unfortunately, but hopefully some of the other questions covered what you were interested in. I want to thank the candidates for being here. I want to especially thank the audience. You got one more job, and that's to vote. And there's going to be 3 seats available. And if you want to hang around the wall, I'm sure the candidates will be more than happy to talk to you. Thanks again.